Hi.
Hello.
So today, if you are interested in finding out about the different levels of connection, of intimacy in relationships, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere because we're starting with the first, the second, and the last one. You don't want to miss that. That is the most important one. So stay tuned. We're happy to have you here.
You read that like you're doing some newscasting and stuff.
I'm a newscaster in the making, y'all.
Cool.
So it's good to have you here. So
Yeah, thank you for joining.
the levels of connection in relationship. How did you know that? Oh, you liked me. Was it like just saw something? This girl is so pretty.
What did you think this? Nice. Well, there are levels of connection and
Yeah.
intimacy. The first one that most people know and is oftentimes what most people
What
start
they
with
see.
is literally the body, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Physical.
is the physical what they see. So and that is that in itself has a lot of layers into it. But at the end,
Like
the,
sandwich.
the end of that spectrum is sex, right? But there are many layers to it. Some people, the first thing they saw about the person they want to date or that they are with.
Oh, they even have pre attributes, like a list of what they really want to see.
Yeah. Like, oh, he must be tall.
That can answer.
That can be a security guard sometimes. But for guys too, it might be it must be this shape.
Figure eight.
The leg must be like this.
Hourglass.
And people are funny because I met people that they were like, they say, I've heard some guys say, mine is the legs. The legs. Some are also some other name I want to say.
Exactly. So for everybody, it's different things.
It's different, but yes.
Yeah, and it's okay to have
Yeah.
preferences.
I don't think there's anyone that doesn't have.
Yeah.
Like it may be. Everybody would somehow. There's something that attracts you to the person.
Yeah.
But I don't think it is like all
that there is to
all there is to it. I mean, yes.
If the intimacy is only physical,
Yeah.
it's limited. There's a danger of not going far.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sadly, a lot of people get stuck there and make decisions based on that.
Yeah.
And that can be all cosmetic.
Is that not the kind of world we live in?
Yeah.
Everything is cosmetic, what you see,
Yeah.
which is not always what you get. Oh, yeah. So that's the first level.
That's the first level. The second level really is the soul.
Ta-da, the soul.
So, and you will have heard the word either in songs or in people saying soulmate. Oh, she's my soul.
Yeah, I love you, body and soul.
Yeah. and that is important also. Like again.
So what's the soul about? The soul is.
Oh, it has a lot to do with the mind, the intellect, how the people.
I think even from the first angle, you could just say it's a certain kind of connectivity. When they talk about it in those kind of songs when we're growing up, like, okay, I just like this person, my soulmate, from what you said,
Yeah.
But the higher level is, the mind connectivity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is not body. This is
Beyond the physical.
Beyond the physical, and ideally, if you are going to do this the right way or have this level of intimacy, and it's good that whatever you've experienced or seen with the body should quickly translate to you checking that there is that soul attraction there, and hopefully that is you jumping over and not getting intimate
Before.
sexually and all that before, because what happens a lot of time when people already get
stuck,
intimate sexually is that they can no longer talk, they can no longer actually see, because now it's just about
The
intimacy.
physical,
It's
yeah.
about physical.
So they're not able to assess all the other important areas of the person, of an
Exactly.
individual. The person is not just all body.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So the mind is, how does this person talk? How does this
Yeah,
person think? What are the aspiration of this person?
Yeah.
What is driving this person? You know,
Yeah.
they're
Can we have meaningful conversations?
absolutely, exactly. I mean, for me, I'm very there. I'm more in that space where I want to be sure that reasoning at the same frequency with.
Which is so important.
Whoa,
To avoid frustration.
super, super important.
Yeah. Because communication fuels relationships.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah. It's often said that
it's from on that level that there's, communication, there's
yeah. Even in business communication, it's said that most of our communication is just 7% word.
Yeah.
It is that play,
The
it's the non-verbal one, which also has a lot of root in the mind, especially when it comes to this context that we're talking about.
Yeah. So the second level is the soul, loving the person. Now we've talked about body, we've talked about soul.
Yeah.
So are you ready to unveil the the ultimate level?
It is the spirit, really.
Yeah, the spirit.
And that is the highest level, and I think that is what everyone should seek. Firstly, because we are at the core spirit being, having earthly experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are spirit being living in the body.
Yeah.
And we have a soul.
Yeah.
And so it is important to know that when you are trying to relate with someone, what is their spirit? And that is
Who are they?
Who are they?
Honestly, that's the question when it comes to spirit. Yeah.
Exactly. Who are they? What is their value? What is their culture?
Exactly.
What is driving them?
Yeah.
What is the source of their motivation and strength?
Yeah.
It's important to know what that is, because eventually that trumps every other thing.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get that right,
every
other thing doesn't matter what happens with every other thing, that will still remain.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you're nullifying the significance of all those other things.
Yeah.
But in a relationship, if you get the first one right and the other two are not there, there's a shallower level of intimacy.
Yeah.
If you get the first two right, there's a higher level.
Yeah.
But the highest level is if you can get the spiritual connectivity, which is based on the person's value, who the person is, their identity, their belief.
Yeah, absolutely.
What drives them,
What
who are you?
Exactly.
It feels like, like I just imagine myself writing a script in a movie, like you're supposed to be scoping a girl and the first thing you're saying is, please, who are you? It's not even possible. That would be so weird.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you're supposed to just try and find out, who is this person?
Yeah. And obviously, this won't happen in a day.
No, it won't.
It won't happen. It won't happen in a day. So it is that. It is that opportunity that is provided through communion and talking.
Yeah.
That you get
we
to
call
know
it fellowship.
That you get to know. When I mean communion, I mean just
conversation.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
That you get to know and discern who this person is. And ultimately, because we are people of faith, you want to know that this person's spirit, this person knows God, and you can know that there basically the Holy Spirit, right? The Bible calls him the seal of our redemption.
Yeah.
Right? You want to know that
you can be one with this person.
Exactly. And the advantage is just so much when you know that you and this person, your spirit connect, and you are also both connected to God. Like what I often say in our relationship, that if the two parties are connected to God and keep spurring each other to be more connected to God, they already have that base, that foundation that will instruct, guide, and direct them. And the Bible talks about the Holy Spirit as being our comforter, our helper, our advocate, our strengthener, our instructor, and our standby. When you've got this and the other person have got this, you can go through. You go through. I mean, life would happen. Life would happen to you. But when you've got this spiritual one in place, you're really going to be fine.
I know it's on that level you define things like purpose,
Yeah.
which defines your drive in life.
Exactly.
And so working together with a person, if that is not defined, you may get stuck and you're like, okay, what is the essence of this relationship?
Yeah.
Is it just about sleeping together, having a family? But if you connect on that level of spirituality where you're able to define purpose,
Yeah.
and it drives you,
Yeah.
you'll be unveiling next levels of your relationship again and again, because with
Absolutely.
God it's endless. He has a plan that he keeps unveiling over time.
Yeah, it reminds me of what we talked about the other day when we were talking about purpose and assignment. Because when you have that connection established,
I'll put the link.
You know the purpose of the family. You know the reason why you're coming together. It's not just to have kids. It's not just to be fine. It's not just love it's beyond that. There is now like an assignment with that purpose. And while you're there, things may change. God may instruct you to do other things as a couple or as a people that are coming together. But that foundation, there's God in it, right? And the cord of three cannot be easily broken, And a triangle stands.
Yeah. And you don't want to be unequally yoked.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, someone who has a totally different spirit. You know that story of being unequally yoked, where imagine an animal this tall and another animal this way, and then you're trying to make them move at the same pace with the same thing, binding them together. It's not going to work.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you want to be on the same page with the person you're going to commit to be with.
Yeah.
So that's the highest level of intimacy.
Yeah.
So we've brought this to you today, and we hope you gained some things from all that we discussed.
Yep.
Until we come your way again next time with another content, something beneficial to you.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.